Welcome back, friends. It was a little over a month ago, I was winterizing this pressure washer, and I noticed a problem that I had after putting the pump saver in it. A good idea is to do this right here. So what I like to do is just pull on the rope a little bit, and this is what I discovered. This is the issue that I was having with this. I would pull on this, and no matter what, it would lock up right at that position right there. It wouldn't go any further. So I went online to see what I could find out, and let me show you something that really helped quite a bit. So when you're pulling on this, as it's stopping at that certain point, it feels like the rope is going to break if you try pulling it too hard. So that's not going to be the solution. So what I found online, the one video, this was actually quite helpful, but there's a few more things I want to point out that went a little bit further. To solve the problem and free up the engine, you're going to want to use some of this Marvel Mystery Oil right here, and you want to remove the spark plug. So what we're going to do is get the socket set out right here. So we got the 3/8 ratchet right here, and then a little extension. And this socket right here is something that Milwaukee introduced at their recent pipeline event. I'm not sure if you can see, but it shows there's a magnet on there. This thing is really cool. So somehow I need to figure out how I'm going to store this in the socket set right here. All right, so to get this procedure going, we're going to take the boot off the spark plug right there. There's the spark plug. And we have our 13/16 socket, spark plug socket. Put that on there. All right, first of all, we're going to take a look at the spark plug. That's in good condition. All right, so this is what I did. I followed the instructions, pouring a couple tablespoons of this in here. And right at the moment, I can't find my long funnel, the long skinny one. But anyways, I put that in there, poured a couple tablespoons in. So what they say works best is to let that set up overnight. But in the video, they were able to let it sit for 5 minutes, and then they pulled it, and they said mysteriously it unlocked the engine and it started to turn. So then what he did is he pulled on it several times to just get the rest of this fluid out. And I have something that I need to warn you about. All right, so this is what I'm going to warn you. So right here is where the spark plug's at. So if you pull on this and you have some of this in there, and when I pulled on it, it actually sprayed probably about 15 or so feet over there, covered part of my garage door. It was a mess, so I ended up having to take probably about 10 minutes to clean it up. So if you're going to try to pull it to clear it out, you're going to probably want to put some type of rag over this to at least catch that. But you definitely want to pull on it to get that out. So here's where my story took a turn. I ended up waiting an entire day, and when I pulled on it, this would not turn. So then I think I put a little more in there, waited another day, nothing happened. Then I went and searched some other videos to see what other people found that works for them, and this is what I ended up doing. Let me show you. So now we're getting set up. I have a 8mm socket, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to take off, to take this cover off right here. And here's number 4. All right, so we're taking this off right here. And as you can see, right in here, this is what we want to turn. And if this seems to be locked up, you can actually, there's grooves across here, so we can get a long screwdriver. All right, so as you can see, it's just a long slotted screwdriver. So I can put that in there. Let's see, what's the easiest way to get some leverage? And then just twist on it a little bit. See right there? That's all I need to do to free it up. So we're going to want to run this, and then I'm going to re-winterize it. Yeah, I'm sure I probably would have snapped the rope if I tried to really pull on it, because that thing was not turning. So just have to put a little leverage in there like I did, and you should be good. Get these all nice and snug. Okay. So now that we know it turns, this will be the time to pull on it a little bit to make sure everything's cleared out from there, but I already did that. All right, so now we're going to put the spark plug back. So we're going to test the new magnet part out. Just going to line it up. Okay, now we're tightening her down. All right, it feels snug. Check that out. It didn't stick and pull out like that at all. came out just like we want it. Now attach the boot back on there. There you go, nice positive click. So it is dark outside right now, so I'm gonna bring a light out there, and it is above freezing, so I am gonna run a little bit of water to it. We're going to just quick get it started, and then I'm going to winterize it, but I'm not gonna show you how I do that because I can link to another video in case you wanna see that. But the main thing is we just wanna get this thing running. All right, so I'm just getting ready to roll this out here, and I was just thinking of one of the items that I forgot to mention. So I did check the oil. That's one of the first things I did just to make sure that it didn't run like really low and cause some type of damage to the engine. So my advice is just to always keep an eye on the oil, make sure that it's always kept at the top full mark. All right, let's bring this out. I use the wand, squeeze that to let the pressure off the pump so I can pull it, see what happens. Probably a little hard to see the spark plug, but it does have that red mystery oil on it. That's why it's not turning over. Okay, so I ended up calling it a night after the pressure washer didn't work outside. So now it's the second day, and what I ended up doing was getting a new spark plug. If you look at this one right here, see if I can zoom in enough. It just really didn't look that great. You know, I was thinking maybe I could clean this up, but in the best interest of getting that pressure washer going, I decided to get another spark plug right here. This looks like a night and day difference, so we're gonna give this a try. So another thing I'm gonna be doing is bringing the pressure washer inside my house so it's at least 65 degrees. I'm gonna let it warm up for about 4 hours and then bring it outside and see if it starts better, easier. I have had some engines, like on one of my mowers, when it was below 40 degrees, it did not like to start at all. It just would give me problems. So I'm thinking that maybe my best interest would be to let it warm up. So let's go outside now and see what happens. All right, so I just want to say I'm thankful to the YouTube community for putting videos out there that help me be able to do a repair of my pressure washer and not have to bring it in. So hopefully this video, the things that I've combined from other videos I watched, will help you. And if you have any insights to why it does that, if there's a way I can prevent it, please let me know down below. And if you find this video to be helpful, interesting, and informative, please give it a thumbs up and help support my channel. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.